on Instagram and press it too. So you lose me for a second here, Troy.
Yeah, but I got you back.
Yeah.
We're just going live on Instagram as well.
Do you see it on Instagram?
Not yet.
Are we live? Good.
Not yet. It's just starting to now. Just got to enter the stream key on Instagram, and then we're live. So it's like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Gonna do all the technical.
What's your favorite fruit anyway, Troy?
Watermelon.
Oh, lovely.
And I suppose they're very sweet there too.
Pardon, Sam? I didn't get you.
I said I suppose they're pretty sweet there too, where you are in Trinidad.
Yeah, really sweet. You know, they say guys who grow watermelon, they say it really depends on the rain. I've heard that if it rains too much, the watermelon gets watery. And if it's not too much rain, then it's really sweet.
The pineapples here in Costa Rica are incredible.
Yeah. I could imagine. I spent some time there, but I haven't been to Costa Rica in a long time.
Yeah, it's so beautiful here. Very hot and humid.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do anything, you've got to get up early, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, Liam, I don't think you've read the book yet, have you?
No, I haven't had the chance, and I want to kind of zone out to go to be ready for it.
Yeah, there's a story in the book about I once walked from the Caribbean coast to the Pacific coast.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
In Costa Rica as well, correct?
Yeah. It was, have you guys heard of Outward Bound?
Yeah, the group.
Yeah, so it was the Outward Bound program.
Ah, awesome.
So you did it with a few people?
Yeah, it was a group of people, and I want to say we started in Limon, and then I kind of remember ending by Dominical on the Pacific coast, but I can't remember exactly where we came out, but it was a hell of an experience.
Right, how long did it take you?
30 days.
Wow.
80.
30.
Yeah, 30.
Oh yeah, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What was the highlight?
Wow, what was the highlight? You know, in my book, I tell that story in a chapter on faith. Because, you know, it brought me to my knees and it really ripped me apart, that experience. And I won't spoil the story for you in the book, but I tried to get away and get out of it, and I couldn't. And I knew I had to finish that trek. And I think one of the biggest lessons is that we're capable of a lot more than we think we are.
Yeah, true. But where's the boundary though, Troy? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, to be honest with you, I've always pushed the boundaries a little bit in my life until I was about 30, and I met my partner, and my partner's kind of helped me limit where the boundaries are. Yeah. But then I keep thinking there's more to the world. There's more to it. But I think in my last year, even for some reason, the last 3 or 4 weeks, and since coming across your path, I'm starting to be more introverted in my thoughts, thinking there's not more to the world, there's more to me. There's
Yeah,
more to me.
yeah,
And I don't know what it means. Like, I don't know what the journey is anymore, you know?
yeah. Well, I don't think, Liam, I don't think a journey is anything other than exactly that, a journey. And I don't think it's supposed to look any specific way. I just think we're supposed to show up in the best way we can and try to remember who we are, what it means to love, and we might call some things a success and some things a failure, and there might be joy and love and pain and suffering, and all that is just part of it, you know?
Yeah, true. But I think, I'm 45 now and I've kind of come through so much of the world traveling and seeing a lot of suffering and a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I don't know how you feel, because you give so much, Troy. You give so much abundance of love. And is that because of the journeys you've been through, or is it something that you want to give back?
Wow, what a question. I think ever since I'm young, one of my greatest teachers and inspirations has been a man we know as Christ, Jesus Christ. And
Amen.
then there was, and I connect him, of course, very deeply, but outside of the box that religion puts him in. Um,
Understood.
I grew up with idols like Bob Marley and Mahatma Gandhi, and so I think since I was really young, there was always something within me that really craved to make a positive impact on the world in whatever way I could. And I always say that I think growing up in many aspects of privilege also shaped me to feel a responsibility to try to do whatever I could do to make the world a better place in whatever way I knew how, you know. And I think I've been trying ever since.
True, and privilege in terms of the socio-economic status in what you lived, correct?
Oh, great question. No, that and so much more. That and
Okay.
so much more because, sure, there's race, there's color of our skin, there's the fact that I'm a male, there's so many privileges that we all benefit from. And yes, I was definitely born into a family that was comfortable and financially well off. But I think the greatest privilege of all that we don't often acknowledge is the privilege of love, knowing what love is. Love and safety and security, I think, is the greatest privilege that there is. And not everyone knows that.
True. I think I don't know, I've spent a lot of my life around, the ocean, and I look for symbiotic relationships. And to me, a symbiotic relationship is where both parties benefit
Yeah,
positively and negatively, and that yin and yang of life. Like, there's different sharks and there's different cleaner fish, and that balance. Um, but I really find when I give more, like, I grew up in a restaurant in Australia on the East Coast,
yeah,
beautiful town, and beautiful parents and brothers, and a good environment. But my father always said, the harder you work, the luckier you get. But also, always give, don't ask.
yeah,
And I grew up in a Catholic school, but my parents kind of went down different religious paths, and more into Buddhism, more into different religions, around the world. And I traveled to Sri Lanka when I was young, and India, and different parts that kind of really showed me faith isn't religious based. Faith is love based.
yeah, yeah.
Do you feel that, or do you resonate with that?
Yeah, of course. I did a post a few days ago, and in my book, I explained that faith doesn't belong to religion. That's impossible. Faith had to come before religion did,
Yeah.
right?
True.
For us to even form anything resembling a religion, we had to have faith in something larger than ourselves. And even an understanding our relationship to God, faith has to come before that as well. Now, to clarify, if you believe in God or divine agency, that's the beginning of it all. Faith can come before that. But our understanding of a divine agency, for us to even develop that, we have to first have faith that we are part of a larger intelligence. And, sometimes you talk about faith and not everyone connects to God, right? And some people hear with God and they think religion and they start to twitch. And it's so important to allow us all to recognize that faith does not belong to religion. Neither does God. And that someone can cultivate a relationship to God and deepen their faith without any connection to religion. Religion came after. Faith and God came before.
Yeah, that was the big thing when I reached out to you, and then people said, Captain, who's Troy? And I was like, love. It doesn't matter, what you want to put around someone as a parameter. It's about being open to embrace the opportunity that surrounds you with people, with unique people. And I travel a lot and I see a lot of different cultures, and I really try and keep my mind open a lot, because I think there's a lot you can gather from being open rather than closing your mind up to certain parameters, like us crossing paths and then me going into doing a 5-day yoga retreat with you in Mexico, which I don't know if I told you or you saw the system, but I signed up for it.
They told me you signed up. I was like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I said, I know he's the captain of a yacht. I don't know if he's just going to pull up into Baja. and
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And, I've got a lot of beautiful friends in my life that are into yoga, into spirituality, into faith and different platforms. And I've kind of just turned around and I said, you know what? I've been surrounded by it, but I've never really embraced it. And then I've met you, and you've kind of, with another gentleman who's from a company called Bro Talk, or the Gap Counseling, he's a psychologist. And he's kind of given me the strength to go through my vulnerabilities and say, I can do this. I can take 5 days for myself in my schedule and work with Troy and give it love, Yeah, exactly. So I'll bring the whole boat, bring the whole crew over.
Yeah.
And what's it about? Like, when I asked you the first question about that, I was like, what is the 5-day yoga retreat? Is it available for someone like myself? But what did you find? Like, how do you engage with that?
Do you have a earlier?
I think an echo just started. We're doing some tests on board. Maybe just turn that one off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn that one. I just heard it as well. Your volume went down. How's that, Troy?
Yeah.
We're back in the game. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. But I'm hearing echo.
Have it on anyway, yeah.
Let me just check something.
Yo. Yeah.
Just tell them to maybe stop the testing. I'm just changing the audio so it might fix the issue.
Yeah. But it was.
We're live on a yacht, so a lot of crew are doing the testing of equipment on board.
All right. Still in How about now? Oh.
Just give us 10 minutes. We'll let you know when we're finished.
thoughts on that one?
It was Instagram, but I think something was wrong with Instagram because it wasn't coming online.
Perfect. How's that, Troy? Is that any better?
Oh,
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
yeah, I'm him. Let's rock with it.
That's a weird one, isn't it? Let's see how we go. Maybe I could stop and start, but
Yeah,
we're good. It's the vibrations, brother. It's a vibration. So that was the second one, and I saw that post the other day. You talked about, so we talked about faith, how it's not always just religious based. It's before that, and I think it's the goodness in people. And then I wanted to talk about the vibrations, like, because I don't know why. And once again, maybe I'm getting to that age where I'm starting to have epiphanies of what is my journey and what is the purpose of things, and that can happen to anyone at any stage in their life, I think. But I feel like there's so much more to communication than just what is verbally said and just what is seen and what is heard. And why do you resonate with people?
Yeah. You know. That very clear. But very short. It would be God. But there was a rest.
I don't know what I'm, brother. There's too much technology around me. The vibrations are. So you can take a couple of phones away. There's too much technology here. There you go. Can you hear me better now?
I'm fine. I'm just having a little.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? It's strange. Not sure what to do. What we could. I'm not sure how to really.
But I can.
Yeah, I can hear you, Crystal. Yeah, I can hear you clear. That's right with it. So vibrations.
So that every word even thought be occupied resonance. And 2 years ago, I went where I went for a dark room, solitary and light. And these are actually like God called me to breathe. And I heard a voice. Yeah, you've got done. Leave now. And what did you think I got was asking questions. What? Because everything I is in relation. I am a you. The bottom. I am a man because I believe AB. X, Y, and Z. Everything we think is in relation. Will. So one of my remove the extreme. And I got a the resonance and vibration about. So in other words, all of us, and we all know that. What we don't often connect with that no one there will be a regardless of what you are no one do. However, the resonance and vibe is eternal. And that concept have the few. So it's important for Liam and guys along. It's impossible for to leave this conversation. People. We've now shared, and you live in me. Therefore, I will live on mine. And it goes on. The resonance of relationship if people that lives
lives
forever.
forever.
I think that's what people are screaming out for is connections, and like I think what you're saying is the vibration. Like back to yachting, is we have a lot of people on board that are so high stressed environments from the guests, the clients that come, and they're looking for connection, and that's where kind of wellness has really come into yachting, and a lot of the crew have gone and done yoga training, and people like yourself have joined programs and supported clients, because I think people really are trying to get outside themselves to find a connection with others, and don't really appreciate it until they kind of meet someone like you or find this understanding. But it's how do you get people to understand that the vibration exists between people, and the journeys, the paths you cross are so valuable.
Yeah,
I'll
really
really
simple.
simple.
For all
For
you
all
guys,
you guys,
that's when
when
somebody
somebody
steps your
your
door
door
and
and
spends
spends
5 days, 7
5 days,
days,
7 days,
however long
however
it
long with
you,
you,
even one day,
one day,
Mm.
you have
you have an opportunity
to
to
impact
impact
positive way,
way,
something
something
to
that
live
will live with
forever.
forever.
You can
You
run
can run this
like
like
somebody
somebody
says,
says, come
and so,
door,
and they'll
and
just
they'll
come and
just come and up
and
and
say,
say,
yeah,
yeah,
I want
I
to cross
was
and
thought I
go
go
in,
in,
yeah,
yeah,
that. Or,
or,
or
or
they're gonna
they're
step
gonna
onto
step
your
up to your
boat,
board,
and then they're
and then
gonna
they're gonna
that
that
experience
experience
of life
life,
because
because
life has
life has
love
love
and
and
consideration
consideration
and
and
inclusive,
inclusive,
and
and
they give
they
me
give me
my own
my own my own
relate.
relate.
So when
So when
somebody's
somebody's
bored,
bored,
any board,
any board,
guys in
guys
your
in your team
who have
who have a
in the
in the
briefest
briefest
interaction to
the
impact
impact
someone.
someone.
Yeah, I get goosebumps when you talk about it like that, because for me, that's what we look for in yachting. We look to create, we're here to serve the clients and serve the brokers and the in the industry. But what I always try and focus on is how do I get this moment for this client? And it used to be easier because you used to have less, access to information in a sense. We used to go to remote beaches and people could relax and unwind. But now with so much technology and the need for instant gratification, whether it's social media or religion or politics, there's always this instant need for something. Like I'm learning a bit about social media and marketing, and based on the generations, our generation, it's kind of like 15, 20 minutes of information is good for us. That's what we look for. Now it's almost down to 1 to 3 seconds, and the generation loses focus. So the opportunity we have, I think, is to really push out there that, when anyone that you cross in your life, try it. Like try and engage in a positive way, just to give love and give respect. And when it comes back to you, like I feel so much for you now, Troy, and I go to sleep, I hope Troy's okay now, and I give all this to the people I cross in my lives, because I think it works, it connects. You're in Trinidad, I'm in Costa Rica, somehow I'm in a place where you've walked across the whole country, and I'm like, I couldn't have imagined this. This is one of the best moments of my life,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
want
want
a
a
flip
flip
because
because
I
I
think
think it's
it's important
important
because
because a lot of
talk
talk
about
about
flowers and
flowers and
love and
love
hope,
and hope,
but there's
but there's a lady
with
with
all
all she said,
and she
and she
said that
said that
stop
stop
asking
asking
and
and
I
I
came
came
here.
here.
That's
That's
wrong.
wrong.
The
The
question
question
asking
asking
because
Understood.
because
every step
step
you
to
react with thought,
thought
interaction
interaction
or with
or with
people
people
your
your
that
that
change
change
that
that
it
it
the
the
bags.
bags. The
Question is
question is
how,
how,
and I
and
want
I
to
want to bring up
hit
it
reality
reality
where
where
all
all
Mm.
We
We
all
all
drop.
drop him.
Yeah.
We
We
all
all
mess
mess
up.
up.
All
All
now.
now, we all emotionally react to come.
We
We
all
all
get
get
tired when
when you prove
God.
God.
And it's
And
so
it's so
important
important
not
not
to
to
live
live
love,
love,
compassion,
compassion,
love,
love,
flowers,
flowers,
all that
all that
stuff.
stuff.
But it's
But
so
it's so
important
important
to look
to
at
look at
the zone.
zones.
And we all
So,
have baggage too, like you're saying.
imagine
Imagine
if
if I'm
part of your crew,
and it's
and it's
someone of
yours, and I
and I
come
come
across
across
them
them
on
on
12,
12,
and I
and I
snap at
snap
them,
at them a little,
and I
and I
walk
walk away
like,
like,
wow,
wow,
cool.
cool.
Am I
Am I
willing
willing
to say,
to
yeah,
real,
right,
run
tell
and tell
I'm
I'm
really
really
happy.
happy?
And
And
but
but
that's
that's that
one.
one.
When we
When we
do
do
come up
come up
with
with the
lack
lack
and love,
and love,
we
we
also
also need
not
not
when we
when we come
to
to
reality
reality
in a
in a
negative,
negative,
because
because
only
only
Yeah. I mean, I think we could go on for a long time. What's that, Sam?
Oh, just Troy's not coming through on the YouTube. Some of the listeners are trying to
They
hear.
say they can't hear you as well on the YouTube, Troy, but that's all right. I think we're going to do it. We're going to do another podcast as well with you, Troy, because I think you've got so much to hear as well.
yeah.
And I think, you know, you and I'm looking forward to the journey over the next kind of couple of months as well.
Yeah.
But with the book, tell me about the book. How did you lead to that side of things?
this
This
year
year is
young,
young,
young, I
young. I
remember
remember
20
20
in a
in book called
pocket,
Pocket,
and
and
write
write that book.
yes,
Yes,
and it
and it
didn't.
didn't have.
I
I
remember
remember when
I
the
writing,
writing and
and my
my
father
father
teacher
that
said you're
that
gonna
you're
do.
gonna do.
So
So
it's so
it's so
funny.
funny.
Years
Years
later,
later,
I
I
write a book,
write a book,
but
but
two
two
things
things
that I
that I
book like
book
that.
like that.
There's
There's
no way,
no way,
you know.
you know.
Yeah. Well, it's the expectations of others, you know. I've got my son's 16 today, Troy. My beautiful son, Charlie Jr. You know, one of the pillars of my life now, and I'm getting emotional because I'm blessed to have him in my life, and my wife and my daughter. And he's turning 16 today, and I'm just like, wow, that went quick, you know. And I think as it goes faster, that's where my urgency now at my age is to say, I've got to help. I've got to show people that there's so much positivity in the world and there's so much we can do to help others. And I think people like yourself offer that platform. Yachting's a very self-centric industry, and high net worth people sometimes close up, and then brokers and other people in the industry kind of get self-valued. And I think it should be the opposite. I think we should embrace the challenges that are around us. I think we should embrace the people around us, and like you say, just love, because what you give is what you get, you know, in life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, Troy. We're gonna do another podcast, I think, because I think there's the echo. I want to try and work that out and record it and get it out to people, because your message is absolutely beautiful. And what preparation should I do for my 5-day yoga retreat in Mexico?
I have
a
well,
first starting yoga.
Yep. Well, Sam's here. Sam's our yoga instructor on board.
Yeah, I'm excited when we get to Mexico. I'm going to hit you up.
Hey, you come with him.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to bring the whole crew. Don't you worry.
Room.
You guys don't even need rooms. You have a boat.
Well,
You have a boat.
yeah.
We should bring the yacht there and do it on the yacht, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how do people get a hold of you, Troy? I think I've put your Instagram down there at Troy Hadeed. Also, your website is beautiful. I love watching it and the different things you offer there.
When I think that
all our stuff,
you can live on
And
Oh, wow.
put it
The stream
and
live.
beyond, and you can join
Okay.
live in
Wow, that's amazing.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we need to get a hold of that.
your face. You want to
Okay. Awesome. Let's do that.
Yeah, we're all in.
Yeah.
We'll be there next time.
All right, brother. Love, respect. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day. And we really look forward to talking to you more. And like I said, I'm really excited about the opportunity to come and do a 5-day course with you and kind of zone out. Between now and then, I'm going to learn more from Sam, learn more from the crew, and good vibrations, brother.
Yeah,
Good vibrations everywhere.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
Be blessed.